Welcome. Welcome to T'ai Chi Chih today. And we are now at Castro Senior Center on Mondays. So that's a very fun prospect to see you all coming in. It means we have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday option for 1 o'clock. So just throwing that out there. This is triple burner. We're going to start with this seated, inhaling up, exhaling down, and you can be seated or standing, your option. Feeling the energy coming in through the palms, over the top of the head, coming down then through 3 energy centers, the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen, which is the primary center for all Tai Chi practice. That is the first one, which is basically at the Dantian, at the low center. So we inhale down from the top, from the heavens, bringing this down towards earth, and moving into this basic center here. As you do this, become very aware of the connection between the expansion that you just took your inhale on at the belly and the contraction that moves back to the Ming Men, bringing in the tailbone at the same time. So you want to feel a long spine here as you bring the energy down on the expansion and through this area here where you feel this abdomen automatically pull towards the lower spine. And that's where you need to make sure that the tailbone is in. That keeps your spine long and connected to the crown of the head. And if you are sitting, make sure you have a very good, firm place underneath you, like the stool that I have here. I'm on the front of it, and I've got my feet out in rider on horse position already. I'm ready. So if you're standing, your feet can be similarly put on the ground. And one more of triple burner. This is the connection of the energy seed that we're going to need for T'ai Chi Chih. And our next move is Buddha picks up the earth. So we start here with the hands up here, and we're going to exhale down towards the earth in a circle. Come back up through the center of the body, the central meridian here. Inhale. And then send the energy up on the exhale, of pushing the energy of the world into space. Buddha picks up the earth and throws it into the sky or pushes it into the sky on that exhale. Feel the whole spaciousness of this. So beautiful. And notice how everything is circular. It seems like we cut a circle in half, but then we see the circle at the end as we exhale. One more. And return the palms to your thighs. Our next move is the accordion. You're going to actually use the same kind of spaciousness when you get to bass drum. But here I've got my hands right outside the breasts. It's about 12 inches, which is what's said to be what you're supposed to do. And you're going to inhale to expand and exhale to contract very slowly, and feel that at the belly. It's lateral expansion and contraction as you come in. Feel the expansion of the ribs on that beautiful inhale, and the contraction as the palms come in and the belly comes in, moving towards the Ming Men. And then sink it down. A couple of groundings here. To feel the energy come towards the heart area and down towards the abdominal area. Really, when we do this, we are giving a little bit of a massage to the abdominal organs with the breath. So feel that. Lots of things to feel. And our last one here will be to pick up a feather on this side. Inhale it, looking up at the feather as it goes up with your peripheral vision, and exhale down, flatten the palm, and see it come down. Watch it. Once more on that side, excuse me. Inhale up, flatten the palm, and exhale down. Good. Turning to the opposite side, let's inhale over here on your left. And exhale down, watching it go with your peripheral vision. Rolling the eyes is very good for that vision. It helps to bring energy to the optic nerve and all the nerves within that eye. Let's bring up both hands again, just for fun. And exhale down through the center. Okay, from here, I'm going to move into standing. And this is where, this is where we want to make sure that we don't trip on the carpet. Okay, so you're going to exhale down and inhale up. This is to prepare our rocking motion today. So inhaling to the front of the foot, releasing the heel, and exhaling back towards the heels, releasing the toes. And feel that come through the feet, realizing that all our meridians start there. So we need to come to the ball of the foot here, releasing the heel. And as we come back towards the heel, we release the toes in front without actually releasing the ball of the foot. And the reason for that is that it tips you over. Okay, good. Let's go into our next thing I wanted to look at is, let's look actually at bass drum. Okay, because here we have this width between the palms. And if we think about it, it's very similar to some way that we do this lateral expansion, except it's not, because you're coming forward like this, releasing the back heel, coming back, releasing the front toe. And it's really not widening. It's already, however, expanding and contracting at the abdomen. You can see that here. Expansion, contraction back to the Ming Men is happening here. But if we practice the lateral expansion first, we feel more the connection to that breath down there, which needs to happen because that's our energy C. So that would be on your right side. Let's do your left side. Exhale down. Shift over towards your right. Bring your hands preparing for bass drum and inhale forward. Feel that expansion. Exhale back. Feel that contraction. And it's very, very important when you feel the contraction to feel the tailbone coming in, because that will affect how you support that exhale. So I'll show you this way. Let's do it together. All right, so this would be dropping down as you start. You're already in your rider on horse position, which is fairly open. You're going to shift towards your right foot. This is your substantial leg. Release your left, and then begin your bass drum. And the back leg will straighten while the back heel lifts, and the front leg will straighten while the back leg bends. So as you come towards me, you'll be inhaling here, and you'll be exhaling back. We never do tighten all our joints, so that's the next project for us. today, but really do begin to feel that you have an actual yang leg or masculine leg when you come up here. And in the back, you have your yin leg, your feminine leg that's straight. When you come back, you have your yang leg in back, which is masculine, and the front leg will be straight, which is feminine. So this yinning and yanning that we're doing is important for your weight shift. Okay, I want to do a few of the rolls, head rolls, neck rolls, all of that kind of thing, because that prepares us for all our joints. So let's clasp the hands behind the back like that, bringing the shoulders down. Release the head towards the chin, towards the chest, and come over here to your right with the ear over there, and then come all the way across and around in an oval, if possible, bringing the head close to the shoulder on that side. If you do hold your shoulders down, it helps with the roll. And 3 is probably good. That way, and now we'll go the opposite way. You're going to go towards your left and around. Your left ear will come towards your shoulder, but start with the chin towards the chest. Inhale, exhale here. Inhale up, over, and exhale as you come back to the center. And two or three of these. Good, that looks really good. You can always finish. You don't have to wait for me. All right, so let's go on to our next thing. We're going to bring our head to the side to look over here. And then to the other side to look over the other shoulder. And we really can't go much farther than that, unfortunately. We're not owls, which can send the head all the way around. So coming to center to inhale and coming to the side to exhale. And a couple more. Go really slowly on this. You can use your peripheral vision the whole distance to one side and then to the other side. And then come back to center. So now your chin is absolutely parallel to the earth. At least that's what we're working on here. All right, so now the shoulders, bringing your fingertips inside the shoulder blades here and forward, up, back and down. You're rolling the elbows in a circle really slowly again. So feel what this does to the inside of the body. There's always a temptation to make things aerobic, but it's really best if we begin to feel this effect on the shoulders. Now we'll take it back, up, forward and down. And you can see that diminishes the space in the chest. But we should do both. And one more of those. And let's go back just to finish with opening. And one more. And if you ever have an injury on one side, you can do the other side, right? There's real value in doing separately. Sometimes one shoulder just doesn't want to do this. So you have to find a way to do it. Make it smaller maybe, or lower. Yeah, we're not even. All right, now we're going to shake it out before we go on to our next thing, because the shaking from the feet up really helps all the joints and the body let go. All right, so our next one would be to bring the arms out to the side in a T shape. You all look like a pretty good T's. See if you can get the fingers even on either side. Are they even? Mine never are. But you're going to inhale forward and around. Maybe 6 on that way, and we'll go back now. Imagine yourself in water. That always feels better. Like you're on your back and it's warm and it's summer. And it's wonderful. And all right, good. Now bring the elbows close to the body. We're going to circle from the elbow to the wrist, but we're not tightening anything here. So you'll really feel that that circle at the wrist uses all those muscles almost up to the shoulder, even though we're intentionally circling the wrists. That's a forward circle. We'll do a back circle. Good. Now, if you bring the elbows close to the body, it's possible to isolate those circles at the wrists. Once again, at whatever speed works for you. That's forward circles and back circles. Good. Moving down the body to the hips. We're going to do hip circles. Placing your hands on your hip bones, bringing the belly forward, and then over to your right, to the back, to the side, and front. And my knees are kind of soft here. I don't know about yours, but I don't want to cramp their style either. So they're sort of moving in conjunction with the hips here for me. But I want to make sure that my connection between the low back and my hips is working well. So now I'm going to take it the opposite way, toward the right and around. I'm sorry, to the left and around, right? And let's go the opposite way. When you're doing a circle, you just have to remember whether you're doing which way you're doing your circle. So go the opposite way, whatever that is for you. Good. And now bringing the knees together with the feet and bending forward from the hips with a flat back. Take hold of your knees and circle towards your right and around. And make sure that the circles are not any bigger than what you can handle. And then to your left and around. Good. And now standing up, bringing your feet apart, inhaling up. We're going to fold forward from the hips with a flat back and then release and round the back and touch the ground. Inhale up slowly. You've created space between yourself and your toes, I hope. Open the arms, fold forward with a flat back, release and round your back, touch the ground, and one more. And always you can modify this to go halfway. There's no, the value here is that you're safely moving halfway, flat back, and then you're rounding. And that's very much from yoga. Let's inhale slowly up. Open the arms out sideways. Exhale, center. And release and ground. Good. So really, that kind of is almost enough warm up, right? And we're ready to do T'ai Chi Chih, 19 movements in one pose. So remove any socks you have on, if you happen to have them on. Or whatever you're wearing, your shoes, whatever you have best for your feet. Make sure you connect to your feet. 19 movements and one pose. Justin Stone, with the help of Wen Shan Wang, created this. He was his teacher. So this has many elements of Qigong practice and some elements of Tai Chi practice. If you know a little bit about both, think of Tai Chi Chih as under the umbrella of Qigong. Slowness, continuity, circularity, moving from the center, and the effect on the body, mind, spirit is profound. Feel the figure 8, the infinity symbol here, as the palms turn at the bottom and turn again at the top, moving the energy from the earth to the sky and back to the ground. Circularity, another really important element of all Qigong practices. And much of this is in Tai Chi too. So this is a combined practice leading to a mind-body meditation. It's in movement, focusing the heart, the brain, and our emotional well-being. Make sure your cell phones are off, that you have water nearby. Sort of the golden rules of Tai Chi Chih. This is rocking motion. How many times do we do it? 9. Any multiples of 9. Feel your breath connection here at the Dantian, the low one. Your expansion, your contraction. That will begin to bring the chi connection to the feet with the breath. When you're moving with that feeling of expansion here and contraction back. So moving towards me on Zoom and back to release your heels in front and your toes when you move back. It's also subtle. It's been described as basically not lifting the toes much higher than your newspaper or thin piece of cardboard, and the toes the same way, but you should begin to feel that lift of the heels as you come forward and the toes as you come back. And that connection here at the low dantian of expansion and contraction. It's a great warm-up in itself. And now we'll sink it through the earth and prepare for our second great warm-up, which is bird flaps its wings, starting with a lengthening of the body with the inhale and a release of the heels up as you come to the balls of the feet on the exhale. Release. And then the third one, a special thing. On the third one, you have a wrist circle forward. The bird is learning to fly. Have you ever watched birds learn to fly? They're on the edge of the branch. So now you're on the edge of the branch when those when you come down here. Exhaling. And last group of 3. And inhale back to the center. Sink it through the earth. We now prepare for our first forward back weight shift. Around the platter, we're going to come into our rider on horse position, which is with the feet out like this. You're going to shift to your right, bring your left heel forward, and prepare for around the platter. If you are seated today, sit towards the front of your stool or chair so that you lengthen through the spine. Think about being on your sits bones, those bones in the buttocks that yogis go for. You want to lengthen up through there and then do your practice. Remember to breathe as you come forward towards me. Inhale as you come back. Feel the exhale into your back foot. That also improves your forward back shift when you think that way. Inhaling forward to expand and exhaling back to contract. One more. Very nice. Bring the foot back in. Inhale to release. Send your weight over towards the left side, subtly, excellent. And then prepare for your right side for around the platter. Feeling the inhale, move with the fingers forward on your circle. And move back on the exhale. That's beautiful. That way we can do this in community. Feel all 3 points of the foot, the 2 in the front and the 1 in the back as you move so that you're solidly on the foot. Three more. Beautiful. Let's bring it in, that other foot, your right foot. Inhale to exhale it through the earth. And we'll double ground it as we think about our next move, which is around the platter variation on your left side. So shifting right, releasing your left. We'll prepare the arms to bring the ball of energy at your left shoulder, right over that left leg. On the inhale forward, and send it centering through that circle back to your left foot, your right foot. I'm mirroring you, so I sometimes get confused. But this is moving the energy back from your front foot, which is your left, to your back foot, which is your right. Beautiful. That looks really good. I can feel the energy even on Zoom. It's almost like you can breathe together when things are working. And last one here. Good. Now return that left foot back. Single grounding. Shift the energy towards your left. Release your right heel. Whoops. Yeah, you have to first sink it into the ground and then shift. Then release the other leg. Good. It's good I make mistakes so I can prove that I'm not perfect. Because I'm not. This is a life's progress here. Life's progression of lifelong learning to deal with our bodies and our minds. So that's about 4. We're going to go to 9 now. Picking up the ball, releasing its center, bringing it to the back foot. Feel that inhale through the nostrils. Relax the jaw. Three more. We'll call this the last one here of around the platter variation. Bring in the right foot. Now sink it down on the exhale. Double ground it by inhaling towards your heart, your middle dantian energy center, and send it down once more. Move into your right foot and release. Okay. Bass drum is next. We just did this in part of our warm-up, so it should go really smoothly. Let's exhale down. Shift over towards your right. Now release your left. And preparing your drum, feel the connection between the palms in polarity. Gliding through the middle, releasing the back heel, gliding to the back, releasing the front toe. Now let's see if we can rhythmically keep this circle even. It's interesting when you're practicing with other people, they actually help your rhythm because you're connecting to them, right? It's fascinating. It's like we're all breathing together. People talk about this phenomenon in singing because when you're singing with a lot of people, there's an amazing connection. It has to do with this breathing that happens. Everyone starts breathing together. Amazing. Two more. Last one. On your left of bass drum. Bring the foot in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. And find the other side of bass drum. Right heel comes forward. When you straighten the back leg here, make sure that you don't lock the knee. It's very important so that none of our joints are locked. Same thing with the elbows. Here they seem to move forward, but they also move up so that they're not straightening completely. Two more on this side. Last one. Drawing that right foot back, preparing to double ground together. Watching the length of the spine. And now we prepare for our next companion moves. Daughter on the mountaintop, followed by daughter in the valley. Feel the circularity of this, inhaling forward, exhaling back. And how the left hand almost draws down its thumb towards the central meridian here. As the palms come down, the fingertips are said to be straight up. So that's a little bit hard to do without tensing the hand. So modify it because the hand is slightly rounded here. But the fingertips can be almost straight up as those circles cross. Coming down through the central meridian with the left hand close to the heart. Your own heart. The most important part of every meditation practice. Last one on your left side. Of daughter on the mountaintop. Single grounding between sides. Sink it down slowly. Shift it towards your left, releasing your right, starting here to climb the mountains. There's one on each side here, and to come down through the central trail with your left hand close to the heart and watching that back foot that it gets in a 45-degree angle to the front leg. Watch it from the inside. I'm lucky because I can see mine on the screen here. Yeah, I was rereading some of Justin Stone's notes, and I realized that my palms were not going up quite high enough. He really wanted this sense of the energy coming almost to the face, as far as I can tell. And when I do that, I feel a lot more chi. And then coming down. Yeah, that's beautiful. Because it is a circle. And if the circle starts down here, then the circle ends up here. A circle cut in half with your left hand close to the heart as it comes down. One more. Inhale and sink it through the earth. Double ground it. Grounding is really important when you're working with energy. We need to be able to rest. Our next move is the companion move to that one, and its daughter in the valley will shift already to our right leg to bring the left leg forward, lengthen through the spine. Your palms are above the shoulders here, but the elbows are comfortably relaxed as you come through the valley on the inhale. Whoops. Inhale forward. Exhale back. So you inhale forward to come through the valley. Yeah, that's it. And then it's almost the awe of looking over those mountains when you get up here. Wow. I mean, you're feeling that with the chi, but really it is like it is to climb a mountain, right? You get to the top and you go, wow, we came up that far. Just amazing feeling. Two more. Last one. Beautiful. Bring the foot back in. Ground it through the earth once. Shift towards your left. Prepare your hands at the tops of the mountains and come through the valley forward on the inhale. Exhale down and inhale up. In that circle. Two more. Beautiful. Inhale it and release it into the earth. And double ground it because we've just finished the daughters. And this is where I really usually like to triple ground it because I want to go beyond this to the mountains, beyond the mountains to the sky and the trees, and exhale down. And today, up at Holly Park, we were exhaling after we reached up here to the sun and exhaled back down. So imagine whatever hills or mountains you like in that. It makes it really cool. All right, our next one that we have after the daughters is carry the ball to the side. It's a side-to-side weight shift. So now we come back to our rider and horse position, which is a somewhat widened stance here, but the feet are out Toes are out this way. We pick up a ball of energy here. And we're going to carry it 3 times 3 over to that side, over towards your left. Releasing your left heel out, yin leg, yang leg over here. And carry the ball to the side. Letting the weight shift, although you're dropping the circle here. Carry that ball 3 times. Bring that outside foot in. Sink. And repeat. Stand to inhale and sink. And repeat. Sink, excellent. Go back. Inhale and sink. Wind up. Release the heel, and then change the weight. All done very slowly. And third one this way. 3 times 3. And going back to where we started. Last cycle, 3 times 3 of carry the ball. Third group of 3. Double ground it. Coming back to center to prepare push-pull and pulling in the energy. Starting with your open stance here and then shifting towards your right. Palms will start here. You release your left foot. And remember that as you do your circle forward, this is an exhale. Inhale first, then exhale down and up. And the fingertips move up on the circle. And at the top of the circle, you start back. Inhaling towards your heart. Get to the top of the circle and then turn back. I had to relearn this, so I just sinking here and then fingertips come up. And this is where they turn. They turn as you start to come back. Yeah, and I think this one also is intended to bathe us, because if we do a full circle, it seems to be natural. To bring it back to the heart, but the fingertips seem to be coming up, even though the heel of the hand moves down, up with the fingers. And then as you come back on the inhale, it changes everything to return to you. And that's probably why they also called this at some point giving and receiving energy. It's the circularity of it, connected to the breath. Last one on your left side. Inhale the foot back. Ground it singly through the floor. Shift it towards your left. Begin with your palms up. And your circle starts here, exhaling forward and inhaling back. Remember, it's push-pull, so it has that push feeling, and then the pull back. And last one. Inhale the foot back. Sink it through the earth. Double ground it. That's a very powerful move. The next one is pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe, shift it toward your right, release your left, and instead of being around the platter with the palms, the inside of the palms down, now they're up. So same trajectory of that circle here, inhaling out this time, exhaling back, because the palms are facing the heavens. Pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe through the fingertips. Why fingertips? Because at this point in the practice, your energy is already there. It's gone through thousands of cells. And it's now reached your extremities. The toes, you can feel them too. And your fingers are receiving the chi, your intrinsic energy that helps our circulation. Now this time, the circle coming forward is an inhale. And going back is your exhale, sending the energy towards the back leg and the toes. The toes in front receive it as you move forward, and the toes in back as you move back on the exhale. Two more here. Bringing the foot back in. Single grounding. Slow exhale. Shifting towards your left, releasing your right heel, and pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe through the fingertips. A visualization. Just like an intention in yoga, this is where you set up something that you really deeply want, that's good for you and others. Feel the inhale forward. Feel the exhale back. 2 more. Pulling in the energy from that star. And one last one. Very slowly bringing in that energy and then grounding it through the earth twice. Take your time. Make this one just like you're sleepwalking. A very slow exhale. It's always a good idea to take a brief moment here to hydrate before we do the taffies. Basic taffy. Bringing your left hand under the right elbow. Let's just feel it first. That the top palm here is right here where we have a heart protector move. And as they come apart, there's a sense of the energy of one going up and the other one coming down. And then as you come to the other side and the right hand comes under, the heart protector move also leads to something we call the invite hand here, as the hand underneath invites you that direction. With those 2 things in mind, let's go. Basic taffy. Now your invite hand takes you to the right. And last one makes 9. Anchor tappy is next. Your right foot will be anchored as you move forward. And last one. Double grounding it. Anchor taffy has come to a graceful conclusion. Our next taffy is circles taffy. Feet in a wide open V here. Sink and rise. On the third one, you want to wind up, stay down, and pull your taffy. Inhale and ground. And then we start again. Inhale. So inhale, and that'll give you the essence of what you need to go into your next taffy. Yeah, when we lengthen, that helps. Yeah, that's great. Now inhale again a little bit, and then we're ready to go. Here's where you wind up, and here's where you pull. And here's where you bring in the foot. Sink, inhale, and start again. It's kind of like conducting an orchestra. That's it. We'll make this the last one. And sink it through the earth. Double ground it. Our third variation will be next, and it includes the heel step. Perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Left hand under, right elbow. This is a weird one because as you pull the taffy here, then you come back and you pull it the opposite way. So you're constantly changing what hand is on top, which is the heart protector move in Qigong. So feel the energy come through, all the way through past that hand, and then you've got it. So that's what's happening on top. And then at the bottom, we have this heel step. So here we shift to the right. When we get fully shifted, then we lift the other heel, center into that foot, lift the opposite heel. And that all works with this. All right, perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Use your core, use the breath at the core. It'll really help. You need to connect the abdominal muscles on this one. Keeping your tailbone in, which will connect you to your Ming Ben when you expand and contract. Long spine. And it's perpetual motion, Taffy, so we have no number on this one. It's also perpetual, so that sort of says it right there. But at some point, it seems like it's almost enough. Bring the energy over here towards your left side and sink it into the ground. Inhale and release. Double ground it. The Taffies have drawn to a graceful conclusion, and we now move towards working the pulley. Almost like being a sewing machine here. This hand will come forward, that leg will come forward too, and they'll cross the body. And while that happens, then when you come back this way, this hand with the forward leg seems to suggest that we're exhaling here and we're inhaling that hip back. So whatever hand is forward and whatever foot is forward, which will be the same thing, that's governing this. While this goes here, the other one comes back. So here, this one is still making a circle. We've got a lot of circularity here without extending the elbow too much. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I'll kind of like to practice some of those things separately because I'm all confused, like a centipede with too many realizations of how many legs he has, right? Here we go. This is working the pulley. Good, that's really nice. And not too fast. Keep the speed with the same speed of your feet. So as the foot moves, calibrate this hand on top to not move faster in terms of connecting your circles up here. So still the feet seem to govern everything with the breath. Here's your exhale. Here's your inhale. And that inhale pulls back not only the hip here, but also the foot swivels to make sure that you don't torque your knee. The ankle has to swivel to protect the knee and the hip connection. So the underneath hand, the palm does move up towards the sky here, whatever side we're on. My body sometimes forgets that, so I'm just going to say to you, your body might be forgetting that too. It's this turn of the wrist here. And the turn of the wrist of the other hand that helps to make this work like a pulley. All right, let's bring the foot back in now. Sink it into the earth and prepare for your right side. Your right hand will come up, your right leg will come up once you've grounded on the opposite side. So ground over here towards your left. Release your right. That allows it to drop forward easily as a yin leg. And then shift. And feel your circles moving forward and back at the same time, just like a pulley. It's like you're a sewing machine. So now your right leg is governing everything, and the hip that's drawn back is on that side. Here's your exhale. Here's your inhale as that hip draws back. The other side is now the companion hand. It's just following along. It goes back when this one goes forward. But it has little power. Here's the power. One more here. Beautiful. Inhale back to ground. Double ground it. Sink it into the earth. Let's do one more grounding here. We're now moving into the head soon, the head zone after we finish this move. Our next move is, I think, my favorite. It's about inventiveness and creativity. Feet are in a V, light at the top of the head, light at the temple, coming to the crown of the head with your feet in a V. Palms are facing each other like this. They're above your head. You're lengthening through the spine, and you sink and rise. And let the energy go as you come up onto the balls of the feet 3 times. Then you circulate the energy of the yin and yang energies we've been working with above the head. This is probably a symbol of the Tao here. You're circulating 6 to 9 times. Then you hold the energy, inhale it, and sink and rise 3 times, letting it go. Out on the exhale to return to the earth in a big circle. And then come back to your heart with the left hand on top. On your inhale, and then sink it down through the exhale. And bring it out in a circle again to the temples. Light at the temple. Sink and rise, feet in a V. Without touching your head at all. Ready? There's energy out there. Hold the energy here. Feel it. Breathe into it. Circle the energy, fingertips up, circling forward 6 to 9 times, and then hold it again. Breathe it in and sink and rise. Letting it go. Out, down, around your body, and bringing the left hand back to the heart. Exhaling everything out here. Let's ground it once more. It's a beautiful move. Because our next move is also beautiful, but it's very strong and very yang, and that's joyous breath. Inhale, coming to the balls of the feet. Lots of air, and then exhale out on the same big inhale 4 times. Another repeat. And last one. Keep it joyous this time. Smile. Sink it through the earth. As we come into our next move, passing clouds, which starts over here on your left side. Feet are in a big V. Not too big on the bottom, because you may be able to actually brush your elbows with this. So it's a little bit of a forward shift and a back amid the side to side here. So here, bending this leg, brushing, bending this leg, brushing. Yeah. And then you can follow the mirror hand. The instructions say that we let the mirror hand go because this is a meditation practice, which makes sense, that even with the importance of the mirror hand, we're focused forward. Strong, resilient, creative, within boundaries of the meditation itself. Last one here. We'll bring the foot in, sink it into the earth. And now we come to 6 healing sounds next, which I left on the board today. Ho for the heart, hu for the spleen, tsu for the liver, sh for the lungs, shi for the triple heater, and chui for the kidneys. Your left hand, your left foot. Last one. Five trees. Turn them over, the palms. Heel step. Mixing the energy of yin and yang, yang and yin. Bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone. For cosmic consciousness pose, big circle in which the left hand comes closer to the heart. Inhale it here, looking over the window of eternity and through it. And this is basically a Seijaku, advanced Tai Chi Chih practice. Bring the palms overhead with your peripheral vision looking up. With gratitude, at least 5,000 years of Qigong. All of our teachers over thousands of years, in gratitude to them, and especially to our own 1974 practice of Tai Chi Chih, and the influence of Wen Shan Wang, American Cultural Center, on Justin, as we practice this beautiful practice. Thank you so much.